Hello, my name is Jakub and I am data scientist in MEDBRAVO. In this presentation, I will be talking about integration of MEDBRAVO software with FIWARE infrastructure in FIWARE project. While integration of map plugin from SICAN was task in FIWARE Phase 2 and still works very well and doesn't need any change, so I will skip this and I will generally go to a concept extraction on Cosmos generic enabler. This software was really changed from Phase 2, and in this presentation I will show and during our needs, and in this presentation I will be talking about architecture, installation of our software on FIWARE system. I will show you some code, and at the end I will show the test of quality. First, let's get to architecture. We download data from clinical trials website, which is officially kept by federal agency in United States. This is source of clinical trials records where sponsors of clinical trials has to register their research. Then these data are downloaded to temporary storage. Then we have to do pre-processing of this data with MetaMap and Lex FIWARE. These tagged records are kept in Solar. Then these data we do actual concept extraction in Cosmos, and then we put our results to another Solar with processed data, from which data are taken to MEDBRAVO website. Why we use so complicated infrastructure and why we do this pre-processing here? It is important to understand that MetaMap and Lex FIWARE are quite heavy. They demand a lot of space, they demand a lot of memory, and they are very hard to install, so installation of them in a Cosmos would be extremely hard and actually impossible, because now Cosmos is very limited in terms of space on disk. So this tagging is done using our software where there's Tagger, which is quite light software but still doing a lot. But this software generally tries to connect to MetaMap and Lex FIWARE that are run by admin REST service, which is Groovy web script working in Jetty. Lex FIWARE is Java API library which uses MySQL, and MetaMap is a piece of software which connects to designated servers. We made a pool of these servers in FIWARE Part I, and then this whole software is called processing node, and it is connecting with a node that is doing tagging. This is only pre-processing, but it is very important to us. We are currently using 6 nodes on FIWARE Cloud. We got SICAN node, on which works SICAN and which is our entry point. It is only node that got external IP address. With Orion node, which was used for testing Orion, but actually Orion get too much limit on context entry size, so we have to skip it and use a Solar in place of Orion context broker. On this node we do tagging. This is node when this tagging is done, and this node also kept all Solar indexes. We don't want to put any index or any heavy computing on SICAN node, because as an entry point it has to be always up, and while it is showing map plugin to our web front, then it has to be 100% time active. Then we've got MEDProcessor nodes, and these nodes are actually these nodes. This is processing node 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Additionally, it is important to understand that preprocessing is done only once. When we download data, and then is done just after it is done pre-processing, and then all tag data are kept in Solr. So when we download new bunch of data, when the data are changed or a new clinical trial record has shown, then we only once do pre-processing, but concept extraction is done daily.